right, pause. I want to make sure we're live. Okay. Are we on yet?
We're on.
We're on?
We're on.
We are on! Hello, everyone! And welcome to Hack the Movies, the live April wrap-up. We're here. We're 9 minutes late because we have so many loving patrons and they all want to be part of the show that I hit the quota of how many people I could have in the room, and I had to upgrade to StreamYard Pro Premium or whatever the hell it is.
Did you get all my notifications?
Yes, you and Adam.
I kept slamming the button. I was like, "This mother."
I thought you guys were both just like late, and then it finally said like people cannot get in because you don't give us enough money. I'm like, well, great. Now I'm giving you guys way more money.
Ask the chat. I was talking shit about you in the chat.
Oh, goddamn you!
I was like, this
I might have said something as well.
What? Hold on.
I said nothing but good things.
I didn't say anything.
I did it. I was like, Tony's always late.
Oh, now it's saying more people are trying to enter. Upgrade if you need more people backstage.
Oh my gosh.
What do I have to upgrade
It's
to?
done.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
You're
Streamlab
serious,
is
bro.
actively making more tiers just for Tony.
And they're
I
like,
have no
let's
idea.
get this money.
You need to
Oh
get the
my
Super
God.
Duper Premium Edition.
Jesus Christ. Alright, this is something I gotta fix for the next one. I didn't realize how many people wanted to be part of it.
Yeah.
Because you're so famous.
Jesus Christ. Okay, everyone. How are you tonight?
Good.
We've got official Joey C. Hello.
Hello, Tony from Hack the Movies.
We've got Jess from the Creep Off
Hi.
Trader. We have Johanna.
Traitor!
We have Johanna from Hack the Movies here. And of course we have Adam from Adam Does Movies. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Hello.
I have nothing clever to say. Hello.
Good job. Okay, so today, obviously, we are talking about all these wonderful movies that came out in April. But we had a fun time over the weekend. I went to the Dick Show WATB crossover live event. And I didn't expect to see as many Hack the Movies fans there as there were.
Yeah,
I thought everyone there would know who I was from calling into those shows, but we had like legit fans wearing our shirts and stuff, which I was not expecting. I had a great time. I did screw up a little bit, and I kind of want to talk about it on this show. So my good friend Vito shipped me 2 boxes of merch so he could sell stuff at the show. Oh, by the way, Evil Dead Rise we will be talking about on Monday. That's why it's being left out of this. So there we go. There's us at the show. It was a lot of fun.
Looks like
Vito
Chris Light
texted
has
me.
Halo.
Yeah, Vito texted me on Saturday saying, hey, can you pick up those boxes at 2:30 p.m.? I did not know that the post office closed at 12 p.m. So he wasn't able to sell any of his merch at the event. But don't worry, guys. Riley gave me a great idea, and I pretty much saved the day. And Adam, you're like a graphic design guy, so I think you'll appreciate this. I wrote the word Vito's merch on 20 white t-shirts. I got XL and 2XL because I've been to these events before.
Come on.
I was like, they're like, no, medium? And I'm like, no, I've been to several of these. Medium is not a problem.
Hey, Lars,
This
This
isn't my first rodeo.
This isn't my first rodeo. I'm very well aware of the audience for these things. And then Mint drew the logo for his comic book, which people have pointed out, the logo from afar on a large white shirt kind of looks like the Klan logo. I kind of feel bad about that. She should have used a different color. And Vito decided to sell these pieces of shit for $25 each.
Alright, to be fair, did you see what Mint was wearing?
Yes.
That was selling point there.
All the shirts sold out. Every single shirt sold out, which was incredible. So yeah, that was a really, really fun night. I just wanted to bring it up because I got to meet a lot of fans there. Hopefully I made some new fans. But we got to talk about movies tonight. But Joey, What's the name of the game for this episode?
Well, Tony from Hack the Movies, the name of the game is Super Chats. So if you want anybody in this stream to whisper sweet nothings into your ear, send over a Super Chat within reason, folks. There's a fine line. We're on YouTube, all right?
Yes, you can make us say whatever you want, but like if you want Adam to rant about The Matrix, not the movie, the thing Andrew Tate talks about, he's not going to do it. That's not what we're here for. Let's keep it let's keep it on topic as best as we can. Okay, so Johanna, you didn't see a lot of these movies, so I'll bring you back toward...
donation.
I will get to the Super Chats midway through. I will bring you back toward the end, Johanna. Okay? Goodbye.
Goodbye, Johanna.
Okay, guys. First up on the list, the movie everyone wants us to talk about. Oh, sorry. I forgot to finish the
Oh,
story.
you missed those. Yeah, you
I forgot. I did finally get his merch and I nailed it back. The movie everyone wants us to talk about, Beau is Afraid.
Everyone wants to talk about Tony forgetting the merch. I love that.
Jess, you didn't see this one, so I'm kicking you too. I'll bring you back.
Ah!
Okay. Beau is Afraid. Now, this is a movie that was on my radar. Probably one of my most anticipated films of the year. I love Ari Aster. Hereditary I missed seeing in theaters. When I finally did see it, I was blown away by it. To the point, like, when Midsommar came out, I think Spider-Man Far From Home came out at the same time, and I was like, fuck Spider-Man, I'll see that next week. I need to see Midsommar, which was one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. And I saw this movie last night, and again, it's one of the best theater experiences with an audience I've ever had. This movie's insane. Joey, what did you think?
I have no words. I don't know if I think it's a good movie or a bad movie. It was...
That seems to be everyone's take, really.
The level of insanity in this movie is unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, when I saw Hereditary, my jaw was on the floor leaving the theater. So I had high hopes for this film. And my jaw was on the floor again. It was like, there were parts where I was laughing, and I thought, am I supposed to be laughing at this part? There were legitimately scary sections, like legitimate heartfelt sections. It bonkers, dude. Absolute bonkers.
Now, Adam, as a primarily art house review channel, how did you view Beau is Afraid?
I'm glad you asked, Tony. I actually just posted my review on the channel, Adam Does Movies, just mere hours ago. Ago. So, yeah, why don't we just go there now and play it for 10 minutes and everybody can subscribe.
Do that.
And I'll just save it some time. No,
why? So you can, like, copyright strike me later on?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. No.
So what did you think? Because I actually texted you as I was leaving the theater. Because you just put out a review for Wild at Heart, which is, I love that movie. And I texted Adam, and I'm like, I feel like you'd hate this. But how did you feel about it?
Tony, I'm if there's anything you take away from me as a movie critic, I'm very inconsistent. That's what people love about me and my channel. It's like, wow, I have no idea how Adam thinks about anything. It's the perfect, reliable movie critic out there. No, I thought I'm like split on it, just like Joey. I think that there's some stuff that's absolutely brilliant, beautiful cinematography, fantastic acting from Joaquin Phoenix. But then on the other end of it, it's almost 3 hours long. Aster seems to be trolling the viewer. I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but clearly there's some like winks at the audience at the end of this film. Like, yeah, if you want to leave early, I'm guessing people will. And we did get reports that people were in fact leaving early during this movie. So like as a critic, it's, I think, just more the job to say like, listen, if you like artsy shit, you're going to get a lot of it here. If you want to take your family to it, maybe go to Mario instead. Because this
do not bring your family to this.
A lot of people.
A lot of naked
people. I do think at the end of the day, I fall more on the positive side of it because we don't get a lot of original stuff anymore. And this thing is original through and through.
Yeah. I will say, so the movie kind of starts off literally with the birth of Beau. And I was very confused why the first thing that was in focus was a baby's giant testicles. Turns out that's very important to the plot.
Yes.
Which I could not predict, much like a lot of things in this film I could not predict. And then we see Beau in a pretty much normal setting, just normal LA, modern day LA. I heard people saying like, "Oh, he lives in a nightmare world," and I was like, "No, I've been to Los Angeles. It looks exactly like that. When does the crazy stuff start?" I'm like, "Yeah, the tents, the people screaming, guy with a knife yelling. I've seen all of that. Where's all the crazy stuff?" Basically, his mother dies, and he has to journey to go to her funeral, but a lot of things get in the way of that. The director apparently called it Jewish Lord of the Rings. Now, surprisingly, I picked up on some of the Lord of the Rings thing because, it's supposed to be this adventure, and he's constantly getting into these little mini adventures along the way, but, his main goal is always the same. And I'm like, okay, I get that, because Lord of the Rings, now we're with the ring wraiths, now we're with the orcs and shit, so I kind of get that. The Jewish thing I didn't pick up on too much, unless we're factoring the stereotype of the overbearing mother and whiny main character.
God, he was whiny. That was a tough
He was
thing.
very whiny.
That's what made it kind of difficult, is he's not like a very likable, relatable character. He's kind of frustrating. He's constantly blacking out. He's on prescription medication. So it really makes you think, okay, it's hard to get invested in a character when you don't actually know if what you're watching is happening to the character or if they've been dead the whole time. Like, we really don't know when this is all said and done. At what point are we watching a fantasy film, and at what point are we actually watching events play out for this guy?
Yes. But I was captivated the entire time. So lately when I go to the theater, I end up having to pee twice for some reason. I didn't get up out of the seat once for this movie. I was glued to the screen. I sat through the entire end credits just to see if there was more.
Was there?
No.
Because apparently there's an hour more of film that...
Yeah, there's another cut. Yeah,
it's I can't wait for that. Yeah. You know what's funny? You said people walked out early. I think that's a good thing, because in the middle of the movie, Beau is fast-forwarding security footage, and he just sees the end of the movie. I thought that was really funny. I was like, oh... Literally, he fast-forward. It's like, you ever try to find your place on a Netflix, you lost your place on Netflix and then you skipped ahead too far and you skip to see a spoiler? They literally do that in the movie. He just fast-forwards and spoils the movie for himself.
Or you do the thing where you're sharing an account with some other family member, and they're 5 seasons ahead of you, and you don't realize you're watching the last episode of season 5. You're like, what? Who are these people?
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute. You're like, oh, I'm on season 3, episode 5.
He aged a lot during this last episode.
But yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is really great at it. Apparently, the young kid is not Joaquin Phoenix. It's just a kid who looks shockingly like him.
Oh, I thought they did a deep fake or something.
That's what I thought they did.
That is what I thought, but I'm seeing all these posts where they're like, no, that's a legit kid. I'm like, oh, now I feel bad for that.
They did something, though. They put on weird
makeup. They probably put makeup effects on him.
He looks bizarre.
Yeah, he does look odd.
But yeah, it is funny, because now I'm thinking of other adventures like this. You got the classic Homer's Odyssey, and how Oh Brother Where Art Thou was similar to that. Where it's oh, we got this goal in mind, but we're running into these wacky characters. And this movie kind of does that, just in an insane way.
I was to a buddy that they should have maybe almost, because the 3 hours is such an awkward runtime for a movie that's artsy like this, I almost would have preferred if they did 45-minute limited run on HBO Max, where it's 7 or 8 episodes, and you can really flesh this concept out. Yeah, because it does feel a little half-baked when it's all said and done.
I mean, there's a lot of fluff in it, so you could have made it a 2-hour movie and cut out the rest. Or
gone that route for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. You're talking to a guy who was like, I'd see a 10-hour version of this movie just because I was.
Dude, you texted me and said 10 out of 10, and I was shocked.
Yeah, I don't get the people leaving. I was just like, I just needed to see what the next thing was. I couldn't stop watching it. I'm like, I need to know what happens. Why is that young girl screaming at him constantly? She is so goddamn annoying. And then there was one shot where she's just in a bra. I'm like, all right, she's kind of cute. But then after that, I'm like, oh, goddamn it, she's so annoying again. Yeah, by the way, it was nice seeing Nathan Lane. I don't remember the last time I saw Nathan Lane in the big movie.
Him and who was the guy towards the end. He's in like Just Shoot Me or something, some random sitcom from back in the day. He was like
Richard Kind. Richard Kind.
Yeah. Wasn't he in
Yeah.
Just Shoot Me, or what was his show that he was in?
He's in so many things. He's in a lot of things.
Thinking of him from a specific. Oh no, it was Curb Your Enthusiasm. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, he's Larry David's cousin on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, he's really good at it. And yeah, it's just a fun like mystery, and things kind of start to make sense toward the end until he goes into one room. Now, I don't want to spoil what was in the room. Don't say what was in the room.
Yeah, do not.
I just want to know, did you expect it to be that?
No. I didn't fucking expect anything from this movie.
Okay.
Every new scene, I was like, what the fuck?
Because he goes into the attic at the end, and we see one thing, and I'm like, okay, I expected that. Now let's see the other thing. And when they showed it, like, everyone in the theater, like, gasped. It was like, what? And then there was, like, uncomfortable laughing.
Yeah. That's the whole movie is like that. It's like scary / funny / disturbing. I mean, it's all those things in one.
Yeah. But I love the whole play section where there's like a play about this man's life.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, that whole thing, like, the movie, the trailers really played up the whole, like, trippy, fantastical part of the movie. And that's, like, really limited, other than the overall craziness. That whole, like, visually crazy stuff is only limited to, like, one section, really. But yeah, I can't really spoil this too much, but I loved it. I'm not one of the people on the fence. I'm just like, this is the best movie I've seen all year. It probably will be the best movie I saw all year.
Tony, are you like me now and you have a new fetish for Parker Posey out of nowhere? Because
I've always liked Parker Posey.
I was equal parts turned on and disturbed with that whole scene.
I've always liked Parker Posey.
too.
We were talking about it in the Blade Trinity review, but my friend Royce, who's on the channel, he really likes Parker Posey.
Okay.
But yeah, so people said there's a lot of Jewish imagery in here, and I asked Johanna if she saw any Jewish imagery in here, and she started ranting about like bankers and stuff. I don't know what she was talking about, so I just deleted her number. And before she has a chance to respond, I'm going to remove her. So I don't think anyone in the chat has seen Beau is Afraid. So we're going to move on.
Glad we spent so much time on it.
Would recommend.
Move on.
Tony and Joey, I don't know what your guys' is. Tony, you said your experience at the theater was good for this, but I'm a little bummed out because, as you know, I like to embellish a little bit about my movie experience, where it usually ends with a theatrical massacre if people annoy me. I was
those are great.
I was bummed out because this movie experience was actually fine, but then I got home and there was an article that there was a dude at that theater relieving himself like 5 times during a showing, and it was while I was there, but it was at a different movie. So I mean, that could have been a magical experience.
That could have been a magical experience for sure.
And the universe skipped over you. That's sad.
That's a shame.
Once again, Adam hits a road bump.
Okay, so next is where'd I go? Renfield. Real quick. Jess, you said you didn't see Renfield?
I did it.
Okay.
In the void.
Did you see Renfield?
Sorry, I can't talk.
All right, so just the two of us saw Renfield.
Tony, that'd be hilarious if you set this up ahead of time where every person agrees to have something like freaking insane going on. So when you put them in, there's like a fire in the background. Like, I can't talk right now.
Okay, so Renfield. Again, another one of my most anticipated films of the year. I'm a big Dracula guy. I love just the character, the book, a lot of the old movies. Obviously, the Gary Oldman movie, which is like one of my favorite reviews that we've ever done on the channel. So when I heard Nicolas Cage as Dracula, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. 100%, you've already sold me. But it's focusing on the character of Renfield, which is an interesting character if you've ever read. Have any of you actually read the Dracula book?
It's fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Renfield is kind of confusing because, like, he's just a guy at the insane asylum that for some reason has a psychic link with Dracula. And I think all these people who make movies don't know how to justify that, so they rewrite it to, he went to see Dracula first, and Dracula made him insane, because they don't know how to justify just this guy in an insane asylum. Yeah, so basically Renfield, we're seeing the story a lot now with What We Do in the Shadows and whatnot, where like there's the familiar that longs to become a vampire, and they're constantly being strung along by their master, which What We Do in the Shadows explores really, really well. Basically, Renfield's been working with Dracula for years, and he's getting fed up with it. And also, Dracula's not doing a good job of, keeping a low profile and whatnot. He's killing way too many people. Yeah. And I do like how Renfield is trying to, at the beginning, he's like, I'm only going to kill bad people. So he's going to, like, group therapy sessions for people in toxic relationships, and he's, like, killing their abusive boyfriends. And yeah, he gets roped into this whole drug cartel thing. He accidentally gives Dracula bad advice. Because he's like, what are you doing? You have no goal. And then Dracula's like, I'll take over the world. Yeah, and like, basically he's got to team up with the cop, and they go on this whole crazy adventure on how to deal with Dracula and the mob. That's basically this plot.
That's a very good plot, yeah.
Joey, how did you feel about this?
Loved it. Well, as you can see from the poster, Cage as Dracula is brilliant, said by Screen Rant.
Yes.
That was me. I said that.
Wow.
And,
wait, did you really?
No, I didn't say that. But I know who said it. So I know who said it. But anyhow, yeah, so the 1931 Dracula is one of my favorite movies of all time. And the fact that I think it's like the second scene in the movie, they flash back and reenact those scenes with Nick Cage is fucking sick. And the other thing that I really love about this movie is it's so over the top and violent. There are some of the most violent kills in this movie that I've probably ever seen. Like when Renfield eats the bug, it's how he gets his powers, and he attacks like the mob, for instance, in like the restaurant or the hotel. Like limbs are getting ripped off, heads are getting punched off, in all gory detail.
A face literally gets ripped off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh god, this movie is the best movie I've seen all year so far.
Adam, how did you feel about it?
I was just letting Joey cook for a while before.
I'm sorry, I got excited.
I was throwing him in the furnace now because this movie was kind of a miss for me. Certainly
really?
Not the best. I mean, I think maybe Joey only saw one movie this year because I don't know how we get I'm just joking, but no, I went in thinking this was going to be great, and it definitely has elements that work very well. The gore, the over-the-top violence, Nicolas Cage going full Cage, always great. And Nicholas Hoult, I'm a big fan of because he's hilarious in The Great. If you haven't watched that show, watch that show. Yeah. I think it's on Hulu. Freaking hilarious. What didn't work for me is I don't know if Awkwafina like owns Hollywood or something. Like, how is she blackmailing some studio executives? How is she getting roles? She is terrible in everything. Like, at best, she's passable. And here, she's pretty bad, and she has a lot of time on screen. I feel like the trailers were very misleading. I wanted a movie about Holt and Dracula and their relationship, but that's really kind of a side quest, whereas it's really a romance at the end of the day between Holt's character and Awkwafina's character.
I will say, I mean, obviously I like Nicholas Hoult. I used to really not like him. I think I started coming around on him with Days of Future Past and Fury Road. Before that, even like the first time he was Beast, I couldn't get into him.
I'm with you, Tony. But I didn't really actually like him until I started watching The Great. Then I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but yeah, he's really good. But yeah, Awkwafina, I usually don't like her in the things I've seen. Like I said, Shang-Chi is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I think, like especially Marvel related. Like, that whole movie looked like a joke. Like, it looked like it was, like, a commercial for something. It didn't look like an actual movie. And she was awful in it. But I will say, if I'm being fair, I actually didn't mind her in this. She got a giggle out of me here and there.
I think her character fit well with her personality and what her character, like, was written to be. I think it's a good fit.
The only non-crooked cop out of the entire precinct.
Yeah.
Her and her sister are the only legit good cops in the whole movie. It was so ridiculous.
It's so outlandish.
Yeah,
well, whatever. It was.
But no, I did love the over-the-top violence. The comedy was really good. The comedy landed for me.
Me too.
I love when Dracula shows up at the studio apartment. It's like, how did he get in? It's like, because...
Oh, the welcome mat.
Renfield bought a mat that says, welcome, come in.
I
and I like what you said about putting them in the old footage. Because this is by Universal, which clearly owns that old footage, so they could literally put them in those old movies.
Yeah, they actually used a lot of the actual footage from the movie and then superimposed Nick Cage on the staircase.
Who was the bad guy? Ben
Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz. I wasn't too hype on him.
Yeah, I love Ben Schwartz. He's hilarious, but here again, the whole mob subplot was just a little strange too. I felt like it was unnecessary. And what was with that bizarre shot of the mob female boss, like the one in charge? They did this kind of like slow reveal. Is she from something that I'm supposed to know her from? That they made such a spectacle about this?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, okay. She is. Oh my God, let me pull up her name.
But Joey, do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They did kind of a push in on her. I'm like, oh, who's this gonna be?
Shorey Agdashlo. She's a Persian actress, like she's an Iranian actress. She's like in a lot of things you've seen, but I think she's more like. I always recognize her from The Voice first. I mean, getting back to X-Men, she was in X-Men 3. She was the science lady that the porcupine guy kills.
Oh, of course, yeah, the linchpin of the film, science lady.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But no, that
deserves a dedicated shot.
Yeah.
She's more known for like her international stuff, but she actually is in a lot of American movies. If you looked up her IMDb, you're like, okay, I remember her from that. Like, I think she was in Star Trek Beyond. She usually plays like smaller parts in these bigger American movies.
Right. So you're not helping me at all, Tony. What I'm looking for here is I'm looking for like a Scarlett Johansson to turn around, or a Margot Robbie, not the woman that played the scientist in X-Men 3.
I will say I did like that there was a cameo by Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 and a bunch of other horror films. I recently brought her in as my underrated final girl. Because I love her as Stretch in Texas Chainsaw 2. But no, overall I had a really good time with this. Nicolas Cage, again, he is having so much fun with this role.
Yeah, he totally is.
And he really, it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, is he not going to be in it as much? Is it mostly just going to be there? But I feel like he was in it the appropriate amount. I thought he was solid all around. Another cameo, the Bishop was the kid from the original Fright Night, which I did not know until someone pointed that out to me. I'm like, holy shit, he looks so different.
Wow.
Which is another movie I covered. That was my birthday episode where Mr. Lobo decided that was my favorite movie.
Oh,
even though it wasn't. He just the original Fright Night? That's a good one. That's a good one. It's an art house film, Adam, so I think you love it.
I probably have seen it, because that's
No, I'm kidding. It's not an art house film. It's a really fun 80s film. Tom Holland directed it. Obviously not Spider-Man. The director did like Chucky and whatnot. But yes, so we're midway through, I think, because we only have like 4 films we're talking about.
Okay.
Let's bring on... There they are.
Oh, beautiful.
What the fuck, Jet? You scared the shit out of me. I thought someone's mic... while we're doing this, everyone in the chat, the private chat for patrons,
gotcha.
Let me know what movie you saw, because I lost the original chat, and I think 1 or 2 of you just entered. So let me know which movies you saw. Let's go through the super chats here, if I can find them.
I got Godzilla in celebration of Godzilla versus the Pod Monster.
Oh yeah, we uploaded a video finally. Everyone leave your super chats, ask us questions, let us know what you thought. Apparently it's prop comedy hour. We got a giant porg, a Godzilla, a Grimace. Adam, do you have any props you want to just pull out of nowhere?
I need to make sure I turn this off.
No, I'm an actual adult. I don't have anything. It's all just...
Alright, now you're selling Tony. I don't like that.
It's stacks of money over there, and
cigar
station and
how do the multiple Lego Hogwarts factor into the adulting?
I know. No, I like walk between both worlds. I don't drink or anything, and I collect Legos. It's just a sad place to be.
Okay, let's see here. First up, we have ASC Presents. Listen to our Mighty Morphin new collab with Tony. It's on Patreon right now. The movie we're about to talk about, we did a commentary track for. So if you want to sign up for Patreon to listen to our Power Rangers commentary track. Next we have Psycho Jet Black. Is it true that Tony yells in movie theaters?
Yes.
I don't know, Johanna, you've been to movies with me. Do I yell in movie theaters?
You're quiet as shit.
What?
You are
Did you guys
quiet
just
as
freeze?
shit.
Oh my god. What,
I'm quiet as shit?
Yes.
In movie theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, everyone froze for like a second.
No, they didn't.
Not for me.
Okay.
Also, I'm choking on water, so it's
Okay.
fine.
Good job. All right, so I don't yell in movie theaters. Thank you. People still think I yell in movie theaters because of the Ghostbusters incident.
Which you did, according to a video.
I didn't yell. I talked very loudly, and we lost Adam. Awesome. I talked very loudly in the theater.
He's very
just
disappointed.
froze.
He's very disappointed that you don't like the Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Is he coming back?
Bye, Adam.
Okay, while we wait for him, Fiore Grimaldi says, $10, it's official, Tony hates everything. Also, Johanna Best Girl, we're all waiting for you to come back to Twitch. Oh, god damn it, we lost Adam! Adam, come back! Come back!
Today is just going so well.
Oh my
Really
god.
know how to run a professional live show.
I didn't know there was a limit on shit. I'm sorry. So I'm hoping he can get back in. Okay. Next we have Tony, why won't you speak Italian on camera?
C'è la luna mezzo mare, mamma mia, mamma ridare. Gitta mia gutta dura, mamma mia da pensa tu.
All right, now Tony.
Vaffangulo. There you go. Okay, next we have. Is that it? Was that it for the super chats? I thought there was one more.
I think there's one more.
The Flail for $5. Please sing the Mentos theme song in the style of a barbershop quartet.
What the fuck is the Mentos theme
Mentos
song?
better, Mentos fresh breath, Mentos better, Mentos fresh and full of life, Mentos.
It's terrible.
The fresh
How am I the
Mentos.
only one that doesn't know this?
I don't know it either. I just
Just
downpitched
saying words.
Tony and quartetted it. Is that the word? Quartetted?
Yes, okay, so we did the quartet. I'm hoping Adam can get back in.
Adam, please come back to
He's
us.
gonna have a lot more to say about our next film than I do.
Okay, let me see. All right, so Luna Raven only saw Power Rangers. Let's do. Who's the other one who saw Power Rangers?
Logan and Mike.
Logan and Mike. Okay. Let's do Power Rangers next. I know Adam didn't see that one. Hopefully we can get him back in that. I might have to kick someone. I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right.
Not me.
Johanna, I'm going to kick you for now. And feel
God,
free
I've
to
missed
leave
her. I haven't
more
seen her in
super
so
chats.
long. I missed her.
Oh God, we got two more as that was happening. Tony, make more episodes faster. I've seen them all. I can only go so fast.
He's a hard-working boy.
Who's sexier, Steve Urkel or Carlton Banks?
Steve
What
Urkel.
question is that?
Definitely.
Someone
It's a
said
genuine
in the chat
question.
that Someone said in the chat I should be a permanent co-host and tell you to edit stuff. I agree. I like that.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave your
I planned the
super
hack
chats,
movie.
and I will come back to them. Adam, stand by, Adam. Stand by, Adam. Keep checking in. How many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, God, the new limit is 12, isn't it?
11, 12, 12.
Damn,
I
you
think
updated for 2 more seats? How dare they?
I don't.
Is that really how much
Can
we
I?
have to do more?
Hold
That's
on. Can I
ridiculous.
add more? 1 second. I'm just seeing if I can add more. If there's an upgrade.
Folks, while Tony is doing that, send a super chat and we'll whisper sweet nothings into your ear tonight. Within reason. There's a fine line on YouTube here, folks. It gets a little wacky out there on the interwebs.
Unless you leave something on the creep off, because Lord knows that people will leave whatever they want me to say on the creep off.
Listen, be decent human beings, all right? We're humans just like you.
Oh,
folks.
no, I'm talking about Hack the Movies chat is decent human beings. Creep off chat, also decent. It's their Reddit. That's mostly.
That's right.
If anyone from the creep off is watching, I love it. I love you guys.
Okay, I might have to sign up for a business premium account for 15 participants.
15?
Dude, that's still only 3 more.
I know, but I think maybe I can make like a team so you guys can't get kicked off. I'm gonna figure this out. It's still a work in progress.
Live on Hack the Movies, it's Tony upgrades his StreamYard.
Yeah.
How much money will it be? Place your bets in Super Chats.
That's so annoying.
Yeah,
oh my god, I thought I had it all figured out. God damn it. Okay. And of course everyone saw Mario, so I can't kick anyone off.
Yeah, you can't kick me off. All
right. Let's do Power Rangers. Okay.
There it is, Power Rangers.
Boom! Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, once and always.
Which means...
Which is, just came out. It's like a 52 minutes. It's only like an hour long.
Like an hour
I don't even
long.
think it's that. I thought it was like 45.
It's more of a special. It's more of like a special. It feels like it's a pilot or something. But I think this is one big commercial because they had the original Mighty Morphin on Netflix. It feels like a commercial for every Power Ranger season because it's referencing everything.
Yes.
Joey, did you grow up with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
I grew up with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Power Rangers Ninja Storm, and there were references to Ninja Storm in it, which is my favorite one. I loved it.
Jess, are you a big Power Ranger fan?
Surprisingly, while all the girls in my school were watching Hannah Montana and whatnot, I was watching Power Rangers.
Yeah,
but I never really watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There was like the one where what was it? They were like the police force.
Oh yeah.
That I think I accidentally as a kid called STD, and I was like, that's not it. Looking back, I saw that today. I'm like, that's not it.
Is it SPD?
I think it's SPD.
I think it's SPD.
That one.
SPD.
There were some other ones, but my cousins, my brother and I would always be like, yeah, Power Rangers, SPD, or STD, depending on what day it was.
Come on.
So I didn't really understand. I've seen some of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but not a lot. But I was like, oh.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be like really campy because as an adult going back and watching Power Rangers that I used to watch when I was 10, I was like, there's no way this is going to be decent. But it was everything that I remember about how cool Power Rangers was and all the action fight sequences and all the moves and all the special effects and all the goofy costumes. It had all of that. And because of that, it brought me back to a simpler time. And I think because of the nostalgic aspect of it, that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah. So the story is the Power Rangers are being attacked in the beginning, and Rita has come back to life as a robot lady, and she has killed Trini because that actress is dead in real life. And then a year later, her daughter's very sad. Oh, by the way, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife with Power Rangers. If you guys didn't notice,
at 1000%.
And literally, they did like how Ghostbusters did a remake, and then people didn't like that, so they followed up the original continuity. Power Rangers did a remake. People didn't enjoy it for some reason, so now they're bringing back the original continuity with a way shorter budget. Yes, a year later, Rita attacks again, and then all the Power Rangers, played by actors who didn't want to come back and do it, get captured. They get captured, so now we got our beloved Zack the Black Ranger, Billy the Blue Ranger, and then the replacement Red Ranger people didn't like as much as Jason, and the replacement Pink Ranger, who I don't even remember because I think I stopped watching at that point. And they have to save the day, but don't worry, you get cameos from the replacement Black Ranger people didn't like as much as Zack, and the replacement Yellow Ranger. All of them are here, all your favorites. So yeah, it's this convoluted story where they were trying to bring Zordon back. Because I don't know if you know this, Zordon could have saved the universe at any time. Did you know about that, guys?
Yep, absolutely.
No, I
of
didn't
course
know
not.
about that.
Because at the end of the Zordon era of Power Rangers, he's like, I have to sacrifice myself, break my tube, and the Zordon wave will make all our bad guys good.
See,
So
that
eventually,
wasn't
like-
explained in that movie that was made a few years ago when I was in college with Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. Just
No,
saying.
that had nothing.
that
something
should have been included. That should have been
Totally
That should have been
different.
included. So
included.
the
Which I didn't see any of those
Zordon,
actors here.
the Zordon wave happens, and everyone gets turned good. Rita's a good guy. Zed's a good guy. So it's like, oh, he could have just killed himself at any point and solved all this battling. But he's a war profiteer, and it looks like Adam's still trying to get back in, but I can't kick anyone yet. I'm trying my best.
Cat said Power Rangers midlife crisis.
Yeah, it
Which
is
is
a Power
kind of
Rangers
what it
midlife
is.
crisis. But yeah,
Bless you.
Thank you.
there she is. There's evil Rita. I don't know. I enjoyed it while watching it as like a curiosity. I'm like, oh, this is like a fun little throwback thing. It looked very low budget. Like,
Oh yeah.
Extremely low budget.
it looked like it was shot on like a DSLR. It didn't look like it was finished being color corrected.
I was just gonna say the color correction was out of this world in this thing.
The acting was so
Yeah.
cheesy.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
but like
especially
original
from,
Power
especially
Rangers
from
is
what's her
pretty
face.
cheesy.
So that girl right there, she's like after she finds out her mom died, and like it's like 1 year later, she's going across the bridge. She's like, "Ha!"
It's so,
Yeah.
oh, she's doing the kicks, and it's so
I'm like-
bad.
I'm like,
Here's the thing:
why
the
are you going
cheesiness
so
kind
slow?
of works for Power Rangers, so I can't
agree.
like besmirch it that much. Although I need to know what's going on with Billy. He looked like he was struggling to keep his eyes open the entire time. Like it looked like he was tired.
Compared to the other three,
he's an old
he
man
was
now.
Fine. He was fine.
Yeah,
It was
Zach's still
Billy.
doing pretty good.
Billy
Zach
was
was
just-
doing
Oh, yeah.
really well.
Billy was just
Um,
like, "We got this, guys."
Yeah,
Now
but
let's
look, this is
go
like
over
if
there.
this is like if you have kids, you want to introduce them to Power Rangers, like you'll watch this and they'll be like, I want to know who all these characters are. And like, well, good job, because Netflix has them all. And you can go back and start watching Mighty Morphin as soon as it's done. The weird thing, though, obviously Jason David Frank died in real life. He was never going to be in this. He didn't want to be in this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no. Because Kimberly also opted not to come back. Although she
Yeah,
didn't,
I
like,
knew
she
that
wasn't
one.
mad or anything. I think she's writing her own comic. So I think she just wanted to
Huh.
focus on that. And she said, because people were just coming up with theories, and she's like, maybe I just didn't want to wear spandex in my 50s. I don't know. It's none of your business. I'll dip out. Can get it in. I'll just rejoin before you end. Adam, someone just dipped out. If you're still watching, join in now.
Go.
Join
go,
in now,
go,
Adam.
Go.
Hold on, I'm gonna message Adam right now. Jump back in.
Dennis, your sacrifice is appreciated.
Someone left. Jump back in.
All caps, please.
Anyway, Power Rangers. Yeah.
Power Rangers.
I will say though, it did make me want to rewatch Mighty Morphin and Ninja Storm. So if it did anything, it kind of got me back into Power Rangers after not watching it for 10 years. So
But I
I'm
heard
it
pretty
was
stoked
fine.
about it.
It was just a little bizarre because the whole movie is supposed to be like a tribute to Thoy Trang. I don't know if I said her name right.
don't think so.
Trini.
Yeah.
But then like at the end, there's like a song that's dedicated to mostly to JDF, but they threw Trini in there too. But like Tommy had like little to nothing to do with this. He's back. Adam.
Adam.
So
This is how you
Adam,
silence me, huh? This is how
Adam,
you silence
first-
me, Aquafina?
you froze and got kicked out. Adam, did you know that I could pay $99 a month to have 15 people on screen?
So
I'm gonna-
worth
They
it.
just keep making new tiers. They're like, give him another one.
And then
Yeah,
the next one's 1,000 for
I'm gonna
20.
figure out what to do so this doesn't happen again, because this is an issue now. But yes, we will bring you back, Adam, because we're talking about Power Rangers, and I don't think you
that's
saw
hot
it.
trash. I don't need to be on this.
Adam, have you ever seen a Power Rangers movie?
I saw The Only Thing That Matters, which was that amazing film from a couple years ago, the gritty Elizabeth Banks film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Featuring
My
Krispy
dad
Kreme.
and I loved it.
Yeah, no, that movie sucks.
The
Power Rangers
Krispy
sucks.
Kremes.
All right, we'll bring you back in a
Yeah.
Thanks,
Bye.
like Krispy Kreme.
minute.
She goes to the restaurant. She's like, "This is where it is." Also,
Yeah.
a dozen donuts at
So
Krispy
Um,
Kreme, and she looks into the camera. and said,
I'm glad they actually used the actual costumes and didn't like upgrade them with like the brick pattern or anything.
Oh, yeah, I
They're
thought
like,
for
oh
sure
fuck
they'd
it, it's
do that.
Power Rangers. There you go. Although it was funny that when they shrunk into little people, they were just literal toys.
Oh my
They were
god,
literal
that
toys.
I was just thinking it's literally like Ernest Scared Stupid when the troll.
And Riley pointed out
like-
when we were watching it that those are toys that I think you can buy right now. I think they're part of like a Power Rangers
Yes,
toy
at-
line.
Hasbro.com
Oh, like the
or
actual
wherever it
ones.
is.
That's
Yeah.
just so ridiculous.
I don't know how I felt about the Megazord being CG.
I did
I
not
feel-
like that. I
Yeah.
was like, not my Power Rangers.
I just figured they would. I knew they were gonna fucking do it CGI.
See, I did not watch my Power Rangers, but I did watch Power Rangers, and they were always like, just
It's all
people in a
practical
suit,
effects.
and the people in the suit clearly
Yeah.
can't walk, but that's what makes it good.
The
This
the
thing
tables
can
have
walk perfectly.
turned,
I didn't
man.
like it.
It used to be CGI was so expensive. Now practical effects are probably more expensive than CGI. I could be completely wrong
Just
about
paint
that.
Cardboard.
Yeah. Yes.
All you gotta
They
do.
should have done that.
Yeah, cardboard. Yeah.
I would have
They
been
should
like,
have done
you know
that.
what? They tried.
Although this movie finally did something I always said. It's like they all know Rita's on the moon. She's got the only building on the moon. Just go up there and kill her. And they're finally like, we should just go to the moon. It's like it took you 30 years to figure out you just go to where the bad guys are, especially when they're not hiding.
Finally.
Now, I mean, I'm not like I am a little nostalgic for Power Rangers, but when a few years ago when I did try to rewatch it, I was like, oh, this didn't hold up. But however, on Patreon a while back, I watched all of Super Sentai Zyuranger, which was
Oh,
the
classic.
Japanese show they used to make the series Mighty Morphin,
Oh,
and I
so
fell
good.
in love with that show.
Yeah,
I
that
love
show's
that show.
Great. That's where
And,
basically all
I
their
love
footage came from.
I
Yeah.
love Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. Oh, it's so good.
Yes. Me and Movie Dumpster, we actually did like a whole discussion about Super Sentai Zyuranger because they're big fans too. So we had a lot of fun with that. So I'm going to bring in some patrons who have seen this. Let's start with our good friend Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
What did you think of Power Rangers Once and Always?
I did not like it at all.
what,
Fair.
what did you not like about it?
Nothing about it worked for me. I think I watched and I realized like Power Rangers is like it should have stayed in the 90s. It's so it was just anything about it was so cheesy. Nothing worked.
You're not wrong.
I liked Alpha 9 though, but because every time he talked, it sounded like he was talking to a little kid.
Okay.
Like,
What was there
"They're
anything?
going to the moon.
Was there anything you enjoyed in it, Mike?
No.
We love honesty.
Good job. All right,
Thanks,
we'll bring you
Mike.
back later on. Who else saw Mario? I think Luna Raven did.
Not
Hello,
Mario.
Luna Raven.
It was,
Hi, Tony. Hi, Jess. Hi, Joey.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, how did you like Power Rangers Once and Always?
I thought Power Rangers was amazing.
Oh, amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm the complete opposite. And I really enjoyed the story of how it took it was just cheesy enough to consider it to be Power Rangers, but it
Yeah.
had such a very, very serious tone. Like very rarely has Power Rangers ever dealt with death as a concept.
Yeah,
Good
if anything,
point.
that's one thing I think where the movie might lose people because it is a little serious. Although I did enjoy that they're not on network TV, so the Power Rangers could actually stab and shoot people because they always had those weapons and they kind of dance
Yeah.
around it. They're like, nah, you can just stab it. They even commented on one point. They're like, wow, that was hardcore.
Yeah, 'cause
And they're like, yeah, they're not running toy ads on this special, so we can be real violent.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
at the end, Rita's like, I'm gonna kill you! And I'm
No,
like,
they shoot her in like the face.
Oh, yeah,
like
she's
that
like,
blows her
Well,
away.
Billy out of Ranger Shoot just straight up shot her like a few times
Yeah.
with his blaster.
Which
Yeah.
is something they did in earlier episodes, and I think parents started complaining, so they started cutting around it.
parents need
Um,
to grow up.
But yeah, so this worked for you. This was a win for you.
there were definitely more positives than negatives. I didn't like that the Megazord battle sequence was all CG because they went through all the effort of making the lizard robot a practical suit, but in the end, when he just grew giant, they just switched to CGI.
Yeah, that was a bummer. I guess because they were on the moon, so maybe it's harder. But yeah, that was a letdown. I think most people agree with that. And yeah, you're right. So they are in practical suits in the beginning, so you expect them to battle. But yeah, they went all digital. Well, thank you, Luna
They
Raven.
have to spend a lot of money on like making buildings. They're on the moon.
I mean, it's like, have you seen Power Rangers? The buildings don't have to look that good, Jess.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like the original was like
money on cardboard.
The originals didn't have like Independence Day level of miniatures. They could have went cheap. All right, Luna Raven, I'm gonna let you go because one more person saw Power Rangers in here. I'll bring it back for Mario later.
Whoa!
Logan.
Hey.
What did you think of Power Rangers?
To be honest, I'm kind of torn in between because I feel like it was a movie that didn't know where it wanted to go because it was very dark at some points, but then it's like it still was like somewhat campy, but it's like I don't know, it's kind of cringeworthy. I feel like.
Yeah,
it
was very cringy, but I think those were like the appropriate amount of cringe.
Yeah.
I feel.
I mean, for what you're going to get, it's what it's expected. So it's not going to be like a motion picture or anything like that. I mean, I did like. I mean, the practical effects were very nice. I mean, those were really well done, and I like the suits. But is it just me? Does it feel like they were all wearing neck braces? Their necks were
yeah. So the original, like the Super Sentai, didn't have those thick necks.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when the American actors wore the suits, for some reason they had like white. I don't know what happened between suits, because like a lot of times when they ship those suits to America, stuff would happen. Like I don't know if you noticed, like in Super Sentai, that footage, Goldar can move his mouth. By the time it got to America, and they shot new scenes with it, like the mouth barely worked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I noticed that like back in the day, like the Sentai footage, they look a little bit more sleeker, and then the American footage, the outfits look a little baggier, and they have those thick collars.
Well, the Green Ranger's known for like his like little like chest armor is completely different. It's not. It's like foam, like cloth, while it's like it was actually hard from like the Super Sentai stuff. Yeah,
that is something you notice when you rewatch it. But yeah, apparently it is in continuity with all the shows. So Riley, who's like a big fan of the series, was enjoying watching it like the entire time. But I think even we agreed like we're probably never going to watch it again unless we're listening to the commentary track I put out, which is actually a lot of fun. And I did shoot like a little mini review with Mate and Riley, so I think they're putting that up on their channel. So if you ever want, I know everyone's sitting there going, "What did Mint Salad think of Power Rangers?" You will find out. All right, so it feels like everyone else saw Mario, so we should get to that. Logan, I'm going to remove you for now. Okay. And I'm going to bring Johanna in. Hello, Johanna. And now I'm going to bring in, he's jumping for joy. Oh, he's just sitting there.
Woohoo!
Hey!
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Mario Brothers.
You guys spent a stupid amount of time on dumbass Power Rangers.
Oh, actually, good point, Adam. One more thing about Power Rangers. Adam, I'm gonna let you go.
You're gonna let me go.
Bowser!
Oh man, I can't wait to do an apology to any patrons who try to sign in. Like, sorry, I didn't know about the limit. Johanna, what the hell are you doing? Okay. So,
Look at Johanna, I'm like,
the moment everyone's waited for. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, all right. Birth of a Nation. Song of the South. Super Mario Brothers.
What is wrong with you?
All racist movies. I'm sure, Joey, you were sitting in the theater horrified by Chris Pratt just making a full-on mockery of our people.
I was so upset. I could barely make it through the movie.
I know. I was boycotting the movie in the theater. People really enjoyed it that day. I did a whole thing on social media, me boycotting my way to the theater, me boycotting my way during the showing.
With that such a good looking Mario costume like that.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt, I predicted he was going to be terrible, and then the movie started, and I went, "Oh yeah, he's terrible." That being said,
fine.
What was that?
Did you notice that like his accent kind of fluctuated? He went from like talking as Chris Pratt to some weird Mario like imitation to like this weird Brooklyn accent.
Yeah.
Because it was like
I did appreciate that at the beginning they're purposely playing up the accent for the commercial where they do the Super Mario Super Show ad. That being said, his voice apart, being a hate crime and he should go to jail for it.
Stop.
The story for the film and everything else, I actually really enjoyed. When I was tuning his voice out and imagining what a real Italian would say.
Oh my God, just say what you're going to say.
I was really, really enjoying the story. And a lot of it, like, I've always dreamed of, like, having, like, a real, like, Mario movie. And a lot of the stuff they did in this movie, I'm like, that's exactly what I would have done. I thought it was...
you'd be making a Mario movie.
I did have my dad play Mario in a couple Mario videos I did in college. Me and my sister, we went to the theater. We were boycotting it together in the theater. And while we were boycotting it, we were laughing. We enjoyed all the Easter eggs. I thought the narrative was really good. Let's go down the list here. Joey C., what did you think about this, other than it's hateful toward Italians?
Well, besides that, I saw so many Easter eggs in every Mario movie that I love, and that just tickled me. That really breaded my chicken. Because, like you said, this is exactly what I would imagine like a Mario movie to be. And I had a blast. I thought it was a fantastic movie, minus the culture appropriation, but that's another topic for another time.
Yes. Jess, what did you think?
I loved it. And if I recall, you said that your favorite voice actor in that movie was actually Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. You said that on Saturday.
We're going to circle back. We're going to circle back to that. Johanna, what did you think?
I want to hear what Jess has to say.
Yeah, and you also said that if you could, you'd marry Seth Rogen. No, I'm kidding. No, I really loved it. It was so. I saw it twice. Well, the first time because Twitter is Twitter, I didn't want to get like spoiled and be like, oh, this happened. So I saw it like the week it came out, and I saw it with my friend. It was great. I loved it. Jack Black as Bowser is gold. Like, I never knew I needed that in my life, and now I have it. It's great. It's amazing. I'm sure Johanna is holding her Bowser.
Johanna, what did you think? I'm assuming you really like Bowser since you're like obsessing over your waifu statue of him there.
I think that Princess Peach is a little bitch.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Oh, shots fired.
Wrote her a ballad. He tried to murder all these people and sacrifice for her.
Her people, yeah.
Present.
Yeah, her people.
He's a little bean. She does not deserve him.
To be fair,
deserve him.
Johanna, to be fair, he did not sing the song.
Right.
He did not sing the song to her, but the song was great.
It don't matter. He still wrote that ballad.
Yeah.
Okay. So you seem to be obsessed on just one aspect of the film. Adam, what did you think of the film?
Well, Tony, I'm glad you asked. I hate to break it to you, but I'm kind of being a Yoshi in Birdo's clothing right now. I didn't see this movie. I'm here as a vessel for John Leguizamo. And I want to say shame on you. Shame on you for giving money to this movie that whitewashes Italians. How dare you? How dare you?
I was boycotting it, I swear. By the way,
I liked it. I liked it.
Isn't this whole thing there's like no like Latino representation or something like that?
And there was a bunch of Latino voice actors, and also Anya
Taylor-Joy. Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy is part Latino, but since she's the whitest woman in the world, he doesn't accept that.
Is Bob Hoskins Italian?
No, and that's why I hate him.
That's odd because he was Mario with John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
I liked the movie. I thought it was great. Everything everybody said except for the weird Bowser love and Peaches being terrible. I don't agree with that, Johanna. I don't know what she did to you. But,
Johanna.
You don't deserve him either. Here, come here, Bowser. Get him.
I will say, as much as Chris Pratt was like a screeching cat in my ears, Charlie Day as Luigi was solid. I really enjoyed him as Luigi.
Everybody was great except for Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is so forgettable.
Yeah.
I will say I loved
Pratt.
I loved the beginning when the I love the beginning when they're on their way to their first job and they're running up and down the street and it looks like the game, like foreshadowing, like stuff they're gonna do later. It was really and like the Easter eggs weren't annoyingly distracting. Like my sister didn't even pick up on a lot of them.
Hey,
I was sitting there.
Was the guy that was doing the stereotypical Mari, let's go? Was that the actual voice actor?
Yeah.
Okay, I assume because it kind of looked like him too.
And,
Adam, that Frenchman.
Oh.
God. Oh my God.
It's true.
You also know that Charles Martinet played his dad in the movie, right?
Yes, he also played the dad in the movie. But yes, that was fun. I personally liked Peach in this. I know Johanna.
Peach is great. Peach is great.
Wait, now you like Peach?
I'm only saying this because he's here.
Okay. So people were complaining that Peach was a girl boss. It actually was funny.
No, there was 2 separate ones.
Yeah, there were. It was funny, like the whole like right-wing grift YouTubers that Adam is very well aware of, and that Johanna supports.
They're my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, they went from being like Peach is a girl boss. This movie's woke. And then when they realized that like that scene in context actually works, they went from being like, Mario just proves that people want non-woke movies. Like, in a week, they flipped on a dime. It's like, which one is it, guys?
Their fans don't care. They don't give a shit. They just want to
I expected her to be way more... Yeah, I expected her to be way more girl bossy, but she was actually fine. People are like, oh, shouldn't she only be captured? I'm like, that depends on the game. There's plenty of games where she's not. I was rewatching...
That brings up a thing about you, by the way, from our past, where I had a shirt on.
Yeah.
And it was Princess Peach, and it says, this princess saves herself. And you try to be like, she gets kidnapped all the time. And I'm just like, bitch, I guess you haven't been playing any recent games.
I haven't.
I thought you supported Italian people. I thought you supported Italian people.
Peach is not Italian. She's a dirty mushroom person.
Oh my God, there's other Italian people.
Wow.
Also, wow, a little racist.
All right. I'm sorry, I don't think the toads
cancel
him. Yeah, but I thought Anya Taylor-Joy did a good job with her. So I've been rewatching like old episodes of the Super Mario Super Show because Captain Lou Albano is the only good Mario. But Peach isn't always captured in those episodes. A lot of times she is, but sometimes she's there like on the journey with them. So I think people were overreacting to that. Bowser, I know Johanna is... Oh, Jesus Christ.
I need my spray bottle.
I think Jack Black did good. I wish he was just a little... I feel like they undercut him being menacing with a joke a little too much. I don't know if I'm the only one who felt like that.
No, it worked. It worked.
When they're like, he defeated the Donkey Kong, so she thought he was like really cool and whatnot. I'm afraid so.
Adam, where did you land on Bowser?
I love Jack Black. I think it's great that a new generation gets to experience the magic that is his voice. So the fact that Peaches is trending like #1 on iTunes is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, I love Tenacious D, so it's awesome kind of seeing Jack Black grow as an actor and still be able to continue doing that Jack Black greatness. I love Bowser. He stole the show for me.
Bowser is like one of my favorites. So like I wish it was a little like 5% less comedic. Joey, how did you feel about Bowser?
It looks like he dresses at Hot Topic, and I like it. And plus, I also love Tenacious D. So Jack Black is the man, and absolutely stole the show.
Okay, so as much as I'm saying this movie is offensive toward Italians and it ruined Italians, I feel like Gorillas should be more upset because Seth Rogen is like the worst part of this film by far.
That's not what you said.
I like Seth Rogen.
That is what you said.
I knew Seth Rogen was going to be terrible, and I was so distracted by Chris Pratt being bad. When Seth Rogen showed up, I went, oh my God, he's the worst. He's not even trying. He was probably the most miscast person other than Chris Pratt. Worse than Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt at least attempted a voice. Seth Rogen just did Seth Rogen. I'm like, never in a million years did I picture Donkey Kong sounding like fucking Seth Rogen.
I did get a chuckle every time he went, I got a chuckle. I was like,
Seth Rogen has a voice already. He has a silly, comical voice, so it kind of matched Donkey Kong, I thought.
Yeah, I felt like it was fine.
Yeah.
He made me laugh a lot.
I hate it. I felt bad. Apparently, the guy who made the DK rap, they played the DK rap in the movie, and then he wasn't credited in the credits. I'm like, oh, that's
that
mean.
sucks.
Gotta love
That's
Nintendo.
mean. I did think it was weird. So they made Seth Rogen Donkey Kong. And I think I joked about this with you, Joey C. It's kind of like in Wonder Woman, they cast an Israeli girl who couldn't drop the accent. So they're like, all right, all the Amazonians are Israeli. So they get Seth Rogen to be Donkey Kong, and then they get Cranky Kong as dad. They're like, Fred Armisen, you have to sound really Jewish now. We have to match Seth Rogen. I'm like, when Cranky Kong started...
Kong's dead.
Whatever. When Cranky Kong started... When Cranky Kong started talking, I'm like, I don't remember him sounding as Jewish. He would fit right in with Beau is Afraid. But yeah, overall, I think it was a solid time. I can't wait to show my nieces this when they're a little bit older. Actually, Vito made a good point when people were complaining about Peach being part of the adventure. He's like, you guys don't understand how much little girls love Elsa in Frozen, and they want to kind of recreate that magic. And I kind of get that, but then they went a little too on the nose and they gave her ice powers toward the end. And I'm like, yeah, that's not very subtle.
I turned to my phone and said,
Adam, would you prefer this over Frozen?
Yeah, I would, but I'm a Frozen stan as well. I celebrate the entire catalog. Hey, I did have a question for you guys.
Yes.
So Mario is at 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why do you think that is?
I don't trust Adam. I don't trust those verified Rotten Tomatoes critics. They're all a bunch of snobs that don't appreciate art.
Easy. I am a certified critic, Tony. You know that.
Oh.
You know that.
Oh, you're a certified critic? Oh, yeah, but are you verified on Twitter?
Oh.
Yeah.
Block the blue! Block the blue!
Yeah, I don't know why people... the one comic complaint I kind of agree with, it's kind of weird, though. The use of actual pop songs was a little distracting. Here's the thing, though. By coincidence, they picked every pop song I fucking love, which I did not expect that. So, like, I kind of want to be like, this doesn't work, but also I love this song with all my heart and soul.
When they started singing Take On Me, I was like, all right.
I found it kind of funny because, like, I don't know what they expected from a Mario movie, but then they'll turn around and give John Wick 4, which I also enjoy a lot, like 90-some%, and the movie has no story at all. So
that's not even the best John Wick movie. That's the weird part.
No, I agree with you. I think that's way too long and bloated with nonsense. But the fact that they're like, oh, Mario doesn't have a good enough story, but John Wick 4, what is it even about? I don't even know.
Everybody wants all these animated films to be like the Oscar-winning Pixar stuff. And like, it doesn't have to be. Can we just go to the movies and enjoy something?
Don't get me wrong. It
doesn't have to be mind-blowing.
Apparently, Illumination is not the best. I've seen, like, Despicable Me, and people don't like
This is their
Minions.
second best movie. Despicable Me, the first one, is the best movie they've ever made.
I remember seeing the trailer for the new Grinch, and I went, oh, that looks like shit. I never watched it.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a lot of those, I guess. I don't really go into them expecting a whole lot of, like, highbrow humor. You know, if you have kids and stuff, it's an easy watch. They're colorful. They got some lame, funny jokes. Not everything has to be Citizen Kane at the end of the day.
I'm surprised it took them this long to make an animated Mario movie. But no, it works. I think it all works other than two of the lead voice actors, which I will fix. Me and Royce from ROTC, we talked about it when the movie's available on video. We will make a sound... Huh?
Sexism.
No, we will make a soundtrack that is my voice as Mario and his voice as Donkey Kong. Johanna, you're not allowed to be in it.
I want it to be Donkey Kong. Sexism.
Can I be Diddy Kong?
No.
No,
only two of the voices need fixing. Adam, you can be Cranky.
Yes.
Well,
I'm going to make my own movie, and I'm going to be Funky Kong.
Can I be Toad?
Oh.
No.
Yeah. You can't tell me what to do.
So real quick. So we're all approving of this. If you're a patron and you're not allowed in, if it's not letting you in, I'm about to go down the line of patrons, and I'm going to kick them when they're done. So keep clicking the link. You'll probably get in. Because I feel really bad. I did not... By the way, it just shows how good the Patreon is, that everyone is eager to sign up for this $10 tier, which I think is a great tier.
What do you get with that, Tony? Tony, what do you get with the $10? What do you get with the $10 tier on Patreon?
Adam, I have a slide for that toward the end.
Okay.
While we're going down the line, please leave some super chats. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to start with Mike. Mike, what did you think of Super Mario Brothers?
All right, guys, let me tell you.
Let me
My
tell
nephew,
you.
my nephew kept bugging me to go see it. You know, he really wants to see Mario. He really wants to see Mario. As you may have seen, I was like, I'm gonna protest this movie in honor of my man Tony. I wore my Hack the Movie shirt.
I love that everyone was protesting in the theater by buying tickets and going to see the movie and saying they're protesting.
I was sitting there protesting, and I had a fucking blast with the movie. I loved it. Everything about the movie worked for me. Unlike the Power Rangers movie, everything about this worked. Chris Pratt was whatever.
Yeah.
The bar is set so high.
I had fun with it. My nephew he loved it. It introduced him to Jack Black.
That introduced him to Jack Black. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and he calls Black Jack. He gets it tongue tied. So we watched Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
So I showed him that movie. He loves wrestling. He really liked that movie. So I'm gonna show him some more of the Jack Black movies as it goes on. But he liked it. As I said, he became a Jack Black fan. He's been singing that Beaches song nonstop. So
cool. That's awesome. So I'm glad you liked it. All right, I'm gonna kick you out now.
All right. See ya.
I don't want. All right, kick from studio. Kick yes. Do you want to ban them instead? No, I don't want to ban them. I just want to kick them. Okay, kick guest. All right, keep clicking. I see people clicking frantically. All right, King of Games 323. What did you think of Mario?
I loved it. It was great. You guys have not even touched on the best character in the movie.
Who's that?
The nihilistic Luma.
Oh,
that threw me off. The nihilistic Luma really threw me
Fantastic.
off.
You don't expect that in the children's movie, but it was so good. I was laughing out loud in the theater the whole time.
Or meat for the grinder.
And then at the end, it's like it's over. It like makes I'm like that's a pretty dark character for this.
There's no hope here.
Sweet release.
Okay,
my daughter loved the movie.
Cool.
She's been playing Peaches on loop for like weeks now, so I've heard it about.
Oh damn! I was gonna say, show your kid this instead of Frozen, so you don't have to hear "Let It Go." But now it looks like Peaches is just replacing it. So
good.
Sorry, parents. Parents.
It's not so good the 600th time.
Yeah.
Anything that you think could have been done better?
I think they could have maybe used Mario a little better. I think kind of making Peach kind of so competent made him kind of useless in the movie.
Yeah.
Like we got a couple channels for you to head on over to if you're.
Yeah, so we're gonna send you to Geeks and Gamers.
Geeks and Gamers has got all the videos you need. No,
I think they explained it away enough with him being the only human character that she's met since she.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice touch.
So that worked well enough, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Cameo in there was Paulina in that film.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Thank you for coming, King of Games. Thank you for being a patron.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick you now. Like I said, if you're a patron who didn't get in, click that link. Click that link.
No, Pauline was in it. Pauline was in it.
She was in it.
She was the mayor.
Where?
She had a brief cameo at the beginning where we got everything
Summer's
blood under control.
Tony doesn't see women. He blocks women from
I
the
don't.
movies.
I've been playing Mario Odyssey, and they say she's the mayor of New Donk City. So why is she in New York City?
Anyway. Accept it.
Okay. Oh, buddy, we got old Gil. Gil, what did you think of Mario?
I absolutely loved it. I saw it with 3 of my brothers who were the guys that were sitting next to me 20 years ago when we were playing Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. And I felt like we were at a Nintendo tribute concert, listening to all the music. It was with an audio-visual feast, just remixing all these different games, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong. And Adam, I had the same question. I was wondering, I heard that it didn't get a great score on Rotten Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really read the reviews because I figured I'm just going because I want nostalgia. So I know I'll probably be satisfied. And I think the headline it says at the top is like thinly plotted. And I kind of feel like any more plot, like if you invented this arc for Mario where he has to learn some lessons and add some depth, it would have felt kind of disingenuous of like, that's not in the games. You're inventing something new, which maybe could have worked. But what we got, I loved. It was the most fun I've had at theaters in a while and made me feel like a kid again.
Okay, anything you think could have been done better?
Cranky Kong. I just didn't feel like my Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong Country. I felt like he should have been complaining like, back in my day, this would have been a 2D movie. What's all this CGI?
Yeah. It should have been Larry David.
Yeah, if you're gonna go Jewy, get Larry David. I did kind of wish that Donkey Kong was in the real world, and this movie takes they're like, Mario, remember when you fought that gorilla? What have you done since then? And he's looking for something new. That's how I would have done it. But other than that, I enjoyed it. But I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you're a $10 patron, Gil. Sorry for the tech issues today. It's always something. All right, I'm gonna kick you now.
All right, I'll click leave so you don't have to kick me.
Beautiful.
Okay, click leave.
Thank
All right.
I guess Gil forgot about the rich plot of Mario 1, the video game, where you push start and then you start running.
Yeah, that was what. If you did overthink the plot more, you'd get the 1993 where they're like, "There's a dinosaur New York and a meteor." Okay, Logan.
Hey,
what did you like about Mario?
I thought it was great. I loved it. I thought it was funny writing. I mean, you got the people from the Teen Titans, which I love. Teen Titans Go. I know that's a
I didn't know they wrote that.
I'm with you, Logan. I like that show too.
I think it's very funny. It was nostalgic. Even like the scene where they're at the very end where they're in the pizzeria or whatever, and there's the painting on the wall, and he's wearing the yellow cape because everyone forgets about the yellow cape from Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Oh, he had it in the commercial, their plumbing commercial.
Flying sideways.
Yeah. So I thought that was great. The animation is beautiful. I don't know,
really good.
So
really
the scene where they're on the ceiling of the building, and then he's trying to get Luigi from falling off. If you look, his boots are even detailed like Timberland boots. They even have the little the brainy etching in the bottom. I just like those little details. I thought was great. And the funny thing is like y'all don't know this about me, but my dad is a plumber, and he owns a plumbing business with his brother. So Mario was always my favorite stuff growing up. Like ever since I was little, my dad's still plumbing to this day with his brother. So I always had this little connection with Mario. But I thought it was great. I'm not gonna lie, I still like Chris Pratt. I know a lot of people hate him. I still like him.
Thank you.
I didn't think he was bad in the movie.
Okay, well, I'm going to ban you from Patreon.
Kick him.
Keeping the money. I'm banning you from Patreon.
I will agree though I thought Donkey Kong was awful. I thought no offense, if I have to hear Seth Rogen's laugh one more time, because that's Seth Rogen, it's not Donkey Kong. You know what I mean?
After this, me and Joey, we're going to go to the Philadelphia Zoo, and we're actually going to protest with the gorillas that they need to redub the Super Mario Italians and gorillas living together. I would have preferred if Donkey Kong just went ooh, ooh, ooh the whole time than hearing Seth Rogen.
Yeah, that's the only thing is he in all those interviews, he's like, I don't do voices. Okay, well then get the GTFO, man. This is not your bag. Stop it.
This movie was going to make so much money no matter what. You could have gotten anyone to voice it. Why not get appropriate actors for it? But yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Logan. And what is this Video Villa podcast? Good job putting it on the title in case I didn't ask you to plug it, but I'm asking you to plug it.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a podcast I do with my wife where we review movies. Aww. It's small. We're in the beginning stages or whatever, but it's a little just movie review podcast.
Well, now you just gained a bunch of subs. You gained subs. Tony, what's your crew called? Do you have a name for your fans?
Hack-Offs.
The
Hack-Offs. There you go.
A few years back, before I was very famous, I did a poll, and it was hackers, hackies, and hack-offs, and hack-offs won in a landslide. And I never decided to update that poll once I got famous. It's just hack-offs forever. But cool. So that's on YouTube and wherever you can get podcasts.
Anywhere you get your podcasts and stuff like that. Cool. It's Video Villa Entertainment Podcast. We're still just audio right now, but eventually we're gonna in the next couple of months we'll be video as well.
Cool. Awesome.
Yay.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. Please leave the studio. All right.
Bye.
I'll leave.
Patrons, jump in. People, leave your super chats. Leave your super chats.
I told him I want him to whisper sweet nothings into my ear.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Luna Raven, briefly, what did you like about the Mario Brothers movie?
A lot of things. There were so many references that I felt like it was going to get a bit distracting for me because there were a lot of them. But my
favorite was the Duck Hunt restaurant. That was my favorite.
The Punch-Out Pizzeria. That was amazing, and I really love that they just referenced more Nintendo games outside of just the mainline Mario series. But yeah, really enjoyed the movie. Didn't like Chris Pratt doing pasta face, as you call it.
Yes.
That's right. Now you're talking.
Yes. But I, to be honest, I kind of enjoyed Seth Rogen a bit as Donkey Kong.
There you go.
I'm sorry, but
Seth Rogen
You don't have to apologize.
No. Seth Rogen is like Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool. He was born to play the monkey.
First off,
that's your opinion.
first off, it's an ape. It's an ape, not a monkey.
I know.
Well, it'd be like more of a gorilla than an ape.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the monkeys and everything.
So this was a win for you.
This was a big win for me. I saw this twice, both in theaters with both of my friends who are living in separate states right now. So that was a big workaround. But much loved it. Loved Jack Black as Bowser. I also kind of liked Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach as well.
I will say. Actually, let me see.
He's going in the jar later.
Not the jar.
Jesus Christ, Johanna, no. If you don't get that reference, don't Google it.
Please don't.
Did they finally take this down? Okay, so
on one more thing,
yeah,
Peaches has just completely taken over my TikTok feed. I can't stop listening to it, but I can't stop loving it. It is the best song ever, it will completely beat "Let It Go." You can't change my mind on that one.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, Luna Raven. I'm glad I got you on the show. I will see you at some upcoming convention. I usually see you at conventions. You're always fun to hang out.
You going to too many games this year?
We will have a signing and a panel. So we will do that, and we will be at VHS Fest. We will be at VHS Fest.
Where is that at?
Mahoning Drive-In.
Oh, right. I remember I wanted to go there one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm definitely going to try that this year.
Yeah.
And I've got a coin jar filled with coins to try and save that up for my ticket fund. For this year. I'm going old school with that.
All right, Luna, I'm going to let you go. Please leave the studio.
But
thank you.
Everybody.
Bye. Okay.
Now I can finally be on a panel for Hack the Movies. I hope, unless you're
real quick. This actually shocked me. Someone uploaded the entire Mario Brothers movie on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was up for 2 days. Nintendo is the most litigious, craziest company, and they left it up for over a day. I'm like, how is that possible?
Wow.
How the hell is that possible?
It's like a screen recording or just the actual movie?
It was like the straight up movie. HD. It was like a digital file of completely HD. They uploaded it in 2 halves. And I watched it in the bathroom, and I'm like, this is the way the movie was intended to be watched. Okay, next up, we got Ryan Powell. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. What did you think of the Mario Brothers movie?
I thought it was a bit thin on the plot, and there was a bit too many references of Rainbow Road and go-karts and Donkey Kong and all this kind of stuff. And the fact that Mario and Luigi are split up for most of the movie, I would have had it more like, personally, like Wizard of Oz. They go into this crazy world, they meet these characters, and go on a quest, and they learn a lesson, that kind of thing. But it just felt like it was a little too fast, and I liked some of the references, like Duck Hunt or Punch Out, but it just felt like it was a little too fast and too many other references, like Donkey Kong, and of course I hated Seth Rogen and Donkey Kong,
Thank you. I feel like they could have saved stuff like the kart racing for a different movie. I don't think they had to jam pack it all into this. However, I think it worked for me. It wasn't too bad, but if I was making this, I would have kept the kart stuff for a later film. I would have kept the whole Donkey Kong stuff for a later film. But they want to build out their franchise here. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It seems like you enjoyed it for the most part. It just wasn't the greatest thing ever. Yeah. I will say, when you do play Mario, you usually are playing as just Mario, so maybe that's why the whole Luigi thing didn't bother me. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them together and learn lessons along the way.
Yeah.
And I know it's off topic, but I didn't like this movie as much as Dungeons and Dragons. That one I actually liked. The new movie. This one was.
Everyone says that's great. Adam, you saw that, right?
Did he? I think Adam's frozen right now.
God damn it! All right. Well, he should be able to come back in.
I saw Dungeons and Dragons in 4D.
Ooh.
That was something.
That's wild.
40X sucks. I will check Dungeons and Dragons when it's on video. All right, Ryan, I'm gonna let you go. Please leave the studio so other people can jump in.
Like Adam.
Yeah. So if you're still a patron, you still want to jump in, please jump in. We're going down the list here. We got a few more left. Matt. Ooh, you got nice purple lighting this time.
Ooh.
That's cool. What did you think of the Mario Brothers movie?
I was a South Philadelphian Italian man myself. I I found Chris Pratt to be just absolutely boring. They didn't really give him enough words in a row to pick up on what accent he was doing or what. He didn't have enough time to really offend me.
Oh, okay. But overall, did it work for you, or did you enjoy it?
I had a lot of fun. It was a very enjoyable movie. I would have liked to have heard a lot more Charlie Day. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Day was. I would have liked a whole Luigi's Mansion movie, which I thought they were going to do.
Actually, kind of do.
Yeah, he's in like that haunted castle thing. It's not quite a mansion, but I would see a Luigi's Mansion movie. That would be fun.
You can kind of hear the music from the game in that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, they put music from like every game, and I was hearing Odyssey stuff, 64 stuff. I heard a lot. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, Matt. Yes, I'm gonna let you go now. Please leave the studio. Okay. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Tony.
I saw you're one of the people who's been jumping in and out of the stream. Sorry about that. I didn't know about the limit. What did you think of the Mario Brothers movie?
Well, I'll get into it, but first off, I'd like to mention that while you're talking about your Italian heritage, especially talking about the Mario movie right now.
Yes.
You are aware that your country is the worst in the movie business, mainly responsible for the rip-offs.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't make rip-off movies. We enhance other people's original ideas.
Oh, really? Don't you make like a Jaws rip-off at one point?
I don't know what you're talking about. Cruel Jaws is a completely original film made up of footage of another completely original film that is not definitely inspired by a Spielberg film. Look, the Italians, we make great films. Sometimes we kill actual animals on screen to make those films, but, you know, anything for the final product.
Yeah, I saw that movie, especially a couple Italian New Wave films. And also cartoons are always for children. Cartoons are always for children, man.
So, yeah, what did you think of Mario?
I'd say it was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, and also, I know most people are pissing off the cast right now, but even between Seth Rogen and Chris Pratt, I'd say they were okay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not one of those people who hate them per se, but if I saw them in like a different project, I'd be like, ooh, those people are really bad. But
I don't actually hate them. I just think they were wrong for the role. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could be worse. It could be like, I don't know. Imagine if a different person than Chris Pratt or Seth Rogen would have been a disaster choice for Donkey Kong or Mario.
Ugh. Like, yeah, if Johanna was Donkey Kong, that'd be the worst.
I'd see that.
Oh, come on. Also,
yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure if you were going to do this whole switch partners or switch roles for like you and whoever else is going to play Luigi or Donkey Kong, maybe you should consider replacing it, or at least, I don't know, they have the Italian or French dub of Mario and Donkey Kong and some.
I do want to listen to the Italian dub when the movie comes out. I want to see what that sounds like. I listened to the trailer and it sounded a lot of fun. I know the French dub, they let Charles Martinet do the voice of Mario, apparently.
Oh, really?
I thought it wasn't him.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, they said it was like an actor but the actor is very close.
Oh, well, I'm boycotting that then next.
Okay.
Anyway, Michael, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being a patron. Hopefully the next one will be smoother. I'm going to let you go. Please leave the studio. I feel weird saying that, but it's like,
I'm going to let you go. Please leave.
And then, okay, Rich. Hello. Oh, that's a great shirt. That is a great shirt.
Thank you.
What did you think of the Mario movie?
Well, I was gonna go boycott the movie with you guys. I was planning to buy a ticket and go boycott it, but unfortunately, I didn't get there. So I'm interested in seeing it though, and I liked your review for it a lot.
Thank you. Did you see any of the movies on the list? Beau is Afraid, Power Rangers, or Renfield?
No. I guess I'm interested in the Power Rangers one. I'll check it out.
Okay.
I had a question though.
Yeah.
So, Johanna, do you have these sunglasses?
I do not.
All right. Good to know.
All right. Thanks for coming by, Rich. All right. See you later. Please leave the studio. I think we're getting that. I'm pretty sure we're getting that in a mailbag soon.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, the one and Dennis, how are you? Oh, you really like. It looks like you really like Mario.
I kind of do. I worked for a video game store at one point, and this fell into my lap. But yeah, man.
I have that too.
Yeah. So you enjoyed it all around?
I pretty much agree with what everyone on here has said. You get over the voice in like 5 minutes, and you're overwhelmed with all the references. It kind of makes you kind of overshadow Pratt's voice, in my opinion. It wasn't that bad. Movie was good, but I'm more of a Sonic fan, so
yeah.
I still didn't see Sonic 2. I still haven't seen it.
You don't have to. I explained it to you in our Patreon video.
Jess did tell me the entire plot to Sonic 2.
I was hell-bent on
very
it,
thorough.
I did it.
What really bothered me was the end of the movie, though. Am I correct in saying that half of Brooklyn was destroyed?
Yes.
All
I
right.
Absolutely.
Mario is I don't want to say it, but he's this criminal. Yeah.
I agree. No, he absolutely is.
Well, no,
that's why he's in the Mushroom Kingdom at the end. He had to flee the crime.
That's right. Yeah, he's a refugee.
Oh man, but yeah. Thank you for stopping by, the one and Dennis. Always a pleasure having you. Thank you for being a patron. All right, looks like we got one more patron left. Hello, Redbox.
Hi guys, how you doing?
How you doing? Did you see the Marry Brothers movie?
Yes, I did. My fiance and I loved it. I mean, I also thought we both thought it was appropriate, me and my fiance, to go see it while high on mushrooms.
How was that?
But, it was a lively experience, especially with how colorful that transition scene is from the sewer straight to the Mushroom Kingdom. It was great. But yeah, I actually enjoyed all the roles. I didn't really have a problem with Chris Pratt or with Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I know it's a big tipping point for you, but I mean, couldn't give less of a shit. It worked real well for me. The nostalgia factor really matched up. I think the dialogue between Bowser and Luigi was probably my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, they did have a fun back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. And, I mean, I'd be willing to see it again sober.
All right, well, that's great. Thank you for stopping by, Redbox. Thank you for being a patron. We support you. We appreciate all your support.
We support you.
All right, thank you guys very much. Hope to see you again soon.
See you later. Let's bring Adam back. Oh, hello, Adam.
Wait. Adam doesn't
What happened? What's wrong with your internet?
No. I'm just standing here with my dick in my hand, waiting for you to let me back in. I don't know what's happening.
Guys.
My computer locks up.
No one else sees the name.
Oh, I see the name.
Adam does movies in time.
Oh, that must have changed somehow while I was waiting around forever. I don't know what's happening with your continental version of whatever this is, but it locks up after 30 minutes.
I'm sorry.
It's garbage.
Okay. Guys, get your super chats in. I want to talk about this briefly. This new movie that's coming out. I want to let you guys know about. It's called Mom and Pop: The Indie Video Store Boom of the 80s and 90s. Is Adam frozen? Okay, Adam's not frozen. You stood very still, and I thought.
I'm just playing Hogwarts Legacy over here. I'll stop.
Oh, fuck it! All right, Adam, there's this new movie coming out called Mom and Pop: The Indie Video Store Boom of the 80s and 90s, and it's great. It's a documentary about mom and pop video stores. It's got great people in it, like Lloyd Kaufman, the president of Troma, director of Toxic Avenger. It's got Weird Paul. He's a YouTuber.
Yay.
It's got the angry video game nerd, James Rolfe. So many amazing people. It's got the guys from Movie Dumpster. I don't know how they got them. And guys, I don't know how this happened.
They're the best.
They got Tony from Hack the Movies in the movie. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So this movie's not out yet. I watched it today. We filmed this last year. It's actually a really fun documentary because there was that last Blockbuster documentary that came out a few years back, which actually the director of that is in this film. That focused mostly on Blockbuster. This is just like your local video store, your mom and pop video store. So if you have any memories of going to those stores, people are sharing their memories of them, like what happened to them, how Blockbuster put them out of business. It was a lot of fun. And it's not currently out yet, but if you follow them on Facebook, you will be able to follow the film, and they'll let you know when it is available. I think it's coming out pretty soon. Also, another surprise for you guys. May is coming up. Adam, did you know that?
Hey,
oh God! Did you know that Michael Keaton is coming back to embarrass himself as Batman?
Kent State alumni Michael Keaton.
Yeah, did you know that?
Michael
Keaton
don't know
thought
about
it
the
was
embarrassed part, but yeah, I did know he was coming back. Yeah.
What part of a 70-year-old geriatric dinosaur as Batman do you not find embarrassing? I'm confused.
I mean, I saw how old is Ben Affleck? That was already embarrassing enough. So if we need to go back to Keaton, I'm fine with that.
I was told this recently. Michael Keaton in the new Flash movie is 3 years younger than his Alfred was in the first Batman movie. So just enjoy that.
Wow.
So we next month, me, Crystal, and Frank, we will be reviewing Batman and Batman Returns in preparation. And this has already been announced on Patreon a while ago, but I want to let everyone know here, we got something really cool for this, and here's this little reveal here.
Hey, Frank, I got this really cool Batmobile for our Michael Keaton Batman reviews. What do you think?
It's cool and all, but why don't we just use that one?
Oh, shit! Wow!
That's right, baby!
Wow!
That's right, baby!
Tony
we got a
stole the
screen-used
Batmobile.
We got a screen-used Batman Returns. You could tell because it's shinier than the first one. Batman Returns Batmobile. We found a private collector. He let us go to his place and record it. So both episodes will have the actual Batmobile in it. I've been hyped for this for a while. I'm real excited
who's in the middle there?
That's me as Batman.
Who's the out-of-shape Italian-looking Batman in the middle there?
Adam's last episode.
Don't disrespect Michael Keaton, Tony.
All right, let's go through these super chats. Get your super chats in. Let's read them here. Richard O'Brien, you should definitely have Prison Mike on the Fugitive review with Cop Mike. By the way, Jess, can't wait for the Mario reaction vid that you still haven't put out.
Listen. 1993 Mario is very difficult to get through, even with me reacting to it. I'm just like,
oh my god.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I've been very.
I love that. One in Dennis was already on the show, but he felt the need to leave a super chat anyway. World famous Tony with the premium plan.
Yeah.
Apparently, I need the business premium plan. Okay, David Bauer for $2 says Tony loves mommy milk.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Mommy milkers. I love them.
Oh my god, what's this? Eli Corbett says Tony is my actual dad. He had me at 10 years old. Oh my god.
Wow.
Tony.
I didn't know you
I had no
ever
idea.
had sex, Tony. That's amazing.
Johanna.
You dick. Let's see here. We have Kenny Williams for $4.99. This coming from the Italian guy who impersonated the character from Aladdin. I love you guys. Okay, look. You know, but I was as much like my character in Anything Goes. I was assigned the role of Aladdin. I didn't know. I usually tell myself, because I'm a very liberal guy, I only do things that the Prime Minister of Canada would do. If the Prime Minister of Canada would do it, and he's on the right side of history, I will do it. So I dressed up as Aladdin, like the Prime Minister of Canada. What are you pulling up Michael Keaton on your phone as Batman?
Yeah, I was just gonna hold this up here. This is just gonna be my profile now. He looks amazing still. Tony.
He looks so bad. What are you talking about?
He looks so
He's
good.
an old man. What do you expect him to look like?
Not Batman. He shouldn't be Batman. We shouldn't have elderly Batman.
Fun.
You're gonna be in a
AJ
wheelchair
Wizzle
when
says-
you're his age, Tony. You'll be in a wheelchair.
AJ Wizzle says, Tony, with this cozy chat about kid stuff, you're like an anti-woke Mr. Rogers. But what is your favorite film about kids? I like Son of Rambo. A film about kids? Oh, gee. Monster Squad, probably.
That's
AJ Wizzle did not appreciate, he did not enjoy Evil Dead Rise. And he felt the need to complain about how woke it was. And then he tagged Johanna in it, which was really funny. He got yelled at by 1 million people. So I'm assuming you got a lot of notifications.
I was like, get me out of here.
Hey, AJ Whistle's great. Kiru Pilot 379 for $4.99 says, love the Charles Martinet cameo in the movie. Can't wait for the new Castzilla. Anyone seeing Shin Kamen Rider coming out next month? I will see it eventually, but probably not next month.
Wait, Evil Dead Rise was woke? When was that one woke?
Oh, because I guess the one young girl was protested. She was going to a protest. I think that qualifies as woke.
Hey, I just watched
No,
Lethal Weapon.
there's women in the movie, so it's woke.
Yeah, I watched Lethal Weapon a couple days ago, and there's a girl, Murtaugh's daughter is at the table, and she has like a Save the Earth poster that she's coloring.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, this is so woke, right? Like, if that came out today, people would be off the handle about it. Like, how dare you? How dare you put your message in the movie?
I know. Johanna would flip out about it, and she won't shut up.
Oh, yeah. Johanna would be pissed.
Yes. Rob K for $5 says Super Mario Brothers didn't try to force a heavy life lesson in the plot or use too many characters. It was great. Creative use of game levels, too. I did enjoy the use of game levels. Kenny Williams, who I think was the guy who was in the chat earlier. The dialogue between Bowser and Luigi was the best part of the movie. AJ Wizzle again. Ron Perlman should have been Donkey Kong. Well, Ron Perlman is the gorilla in the new Transformers. So I guess that
Along
counts.
with Pete Davidson as Carr.
Oh, God, don't remind me Pete Davidson exists.
I will always remind people.
Pete Davidson's the male Aquafina. I don't get it.
Yes.
Kiru Pilot 379 says the after credit scene in the new Mario movie was kind of cool too. Oh yeah, with the egg. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice spoiler.
Well, I think actually, Johanna, I think that ripped off Godzilla '98. The egg after all the chaos. Yeah.
That's a lot of fish.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
Okay. Fior says, I now have a reason to be excited for Batman 89 and Batman Returns review. And Best Girl, Crystal. Oh, Joanna, you're no longer Best Girl. Best Girl, Crystal is.
Girls.
Oh, jeez. Best. Oh, God. Crystal
You say
is
it on Twitter all the time. So you're not the best guy.
I'm not the best. Who's better than me on this show? Joey?
It ain't me,
Adam?
I assure you. I'm short.
Adam wasn't even here for half this stream. Why have he be the best guy?
What's happening?
Oh, God.
You were shutting me out.
Crystal looks good.
Oh, no. I gotta hide this one. Yeah, Crystal took some pictures that night. Anyway, guys, if you want to join in on this, please become a patron for $10 a month. You can be part of the episode, and as long as it doesn't have more than 15 people, I'll have you on.
Just wait in line.
This was a lot of fun. Like I said, Monday is Evil Dead. Monday is Best Evil Dead Movie. We'll be going through the Evil Dead films and figuring out which one is the best, including Evil Dead Rise. Joey C., where can we find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/officialjoeyc or patreon.com/officialjoeyc. I'd love to have you.
Okay. Just Daydreaming, where can we find you?
You can find me at the name right there on YouTube. And I'm the results girl of the Creep Off.
Yes.
So
I still can't believe you came. I still can't believe you came to that live show. How was that? Were you expecting how insane it would get?
Yeah.
Guys, so I had to MC the stand-up comedy show.
You did good.
The first guy who went out was a black British guy who said the N-word in his set like 19 times, and I had to go on stage right after him. And I go up, I'm like, by the way, guys, I'm not Tony from Hack the Movies. Don't tag me in anything. Adam Does Movies and Tony, where can we find you?
So that didn't translate well, Tony. I was just trying to tell people that it's Adam Does Movies on YouTube, and sometimes Tony's on the show. Like, I've had you on in the past. It's like, Adam Does Movies! And Tony sometimes.
Yeah, Tony sometimes.
Sorry if it came out like I was going to bang you. That's not what it was. I wasn't going to insert myself into you or something. So if it came out that way, I apologize. I'm not making love to Tony.
Unfortunately. Anyway, so where can we find you? YouTube, Twitter? Are you doing a Flash trailer reaction?
So I did one kind of on my live stream. I didn't do like an official one. I don't think I will. I don't know.
Oh, damn it, because I wanted to do a video that's just me reacting to your reaction.
If you really want to do that, then I will, I'll put it together.
I will. Are you kidding me? That's such a dick thing to do. I will 100% do it.
Okay, yeah,
I put up the video of me apologizing and making it look like I was getting canceled, which way too many people watched, which means my audience was real interested to see if I was getting canceled. So I will 100% react to your reaction.
And then Mint Salad's going to react to you reacting to me, and then...
But she will do if I do it.
Hannah. Yeah, okay, we'll just...
And then I'll do it, and it'll come out in like a year.
That would be funny if the movie...
Screaming.
Yeah, Johanna, where can we find you? You're so active on Twitch these days.
Oh, yeah, Twitch Stuff Like Games, Fan House Stuff Like Hearts, and Twitter Stuff Like Hearts.
Yeah, I don't think Fan House is on YouTube's radar, so we could say that one for now.
Yeah, we can say that.
Anyway, that is it from us. Goodbye, everyone.